Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wild Woodson Farms YouTube channel. My name is Grayson, and today we are going to be kind of showing you guys a little bit around the property. If you don't know us, my name is Grayson. I have this YouTube channel and I keep honeybees, but I had a video idea, a question to come out here on our 40 acres, our property, to show you guys a little bit of kind of what is out here. So today that's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to kind of show you around, kind of show all of you great folks our property. We live on 40 acres of pine trees, as you can see behind me. So that's going to be our plan today. So let's go on and get into the video. All right, so first we're going to kind of walk on our trails while we get to some of the plots. We do hunting on this land. So me and my granddad will get, I haven't been able to go, we haven't been really able to go out hunting for yet, for a while. It's just we've been busy. It was actually just Christmas yesterday. So these trails, as you can see, all these pine trees, and all my videos of beekeeping, you see pine trees in the background. They're everywhere. Pine trees, all the pine on the ground, they're everywhere. So they're also pollen. There's pollen on these trees too. I'm not sure if this pollen the bees really like, because I got to do more research of our area. But I do know that we have a ton of pollen, and usually in spring, early summer, it'll be all on the trees and fall down, and it also does bug with my allergy. So yeah, those are all the pine trees, and most folks know that we have a lot of these pine trees because in my videos you guys see them. So yeah, these are just some pine trees, and we usually walk on these trails once in a while. I haven't actually been on the walk on these trails for a while, so this is actually the first time for a couple months or so. So as you can see, leaves are on the ground. It's winter, so there's not a whole lot to be doing in the colony. So I was able to get out into the bee yard recently to kind of show you guys a little bit of what's going on in the colony. Bees are doing wonderful. The only thing we're really doing now is really just feeding these bees, keeping them healthy. Yeah, that's really pretty much all I really can talk about. I've talked about it all on my live streams and my YouTube channel, talking about keeping our bees healthy, emphasizing that. That's one of my most important things I love to discuss, is to keep our bees healthy, feed them as much as we can, as possibly as can, and everything that we really need to be doing should have already been done in fall and even late summer, which I've already done, which I started syrup feeding like way early fall. So up here is where our first hunting plot is. This is where my camera is full of deer photos. I do have a deer camera that will do video, which I haven't got to do that just yet. I'm kind of waiting to get more activity at this exact plot. But I keep this plot kind of fed up, keep these deer up here fed up. I make sure all the batteries for the cameras and all stuff. Hunting things, we love to hunt around here. I'm sure a lot of folks who watch the channel do as well. So also I will say, over here in this plot and our other plot as well that we'll kind of show you, we have this deer grass, this exact grass that the deer like, which it's been growing really well, and as you can see, look at there, bone dry. And I should have, what I should have done, folks? I should have brought some feed down here. Oh well, so next time I come down here, I'll put some more feed in there. It's bone dry. There was actually some deer, I think, early this morning, kind of last night. So we've been getting some activity, and I'll show some photos on the screen that you'll be able to see. All right, so I showed you the plot over there. This is actually pointing at the plot. So whenever we get ready to hunt, we'll come in here and hunker down and kind of watch for the deer. This is a nice wooden hunting house. It was built by my granddad, and it's a really nice sturdy structure. And we still do have to fix this door here, which I've been meaning to come down here and do it, but it needs some fixing, so I have to do that. But 2 chairs, it really can fit 2 folks in here to shoot deer. We can open up these extra windows to kind of see shooting that way. So maybe if a deer comes over here, go into the plot, we'll be able to see it and kind of quiet down a little bit. So yeah, this is a nice hunting house. It's wooden. It really does it's lasted a long time. It was actually recently over there at that plot, but what we did was we wanted to move this hunting house from there to over here, so then we'd have this much more open space to put our plot out, to be able to have this view this way to shoot deer. So it's a really good plot here. Deer have been coming down here. I've been seeing them on the camera. Mostly doe. I did see one buck, but it was mostly just some medium doe, which still is good meat. Still good to shoot, as long as it's not, babies or anything like that, which we've seen a lot of fawns, and we don't want to shoot those, but a lot of good sized doe, and we've been seeing some bigger bucks as well. So this is the second plot that we set up not too while back, a little bit before the season began. As you can see, we have the same grass that my granddad put out here for the deer, so they'll come out and eat it. We've been having actually a lot of deer come down up around here. A lot of deer has been coming out. We have around like a lot of bucks, at least 3 bucks that's been kind of regularly coming back. We've been having at least 5, maybe even more does regularly coming back. So we have some deer that's been really active down here. As you can see, most of this corn's actually already gone. The brown stuff that you see is deer block. That's pretty much gone. The deers have pretty much consumed all of that. I need to also bring some more deer corn down here as well. So I need to do that. Put some more out, so then there'll be more out here. I've been busy. Christmas, like I said, Christmas was yesterday, so I'm gonna try to do that sometime today. There's the other camera, the trail cam. These trail cams right here, they're 360, by the way. They're really nice. They 360 all the way. Of course, we do have them on 180. That's the mode we have them on right now, just because, as you can see, the back here, we don't need nothing back here. We don't need to see anything back here, because most likely, I think these are more like 3, 4, 5, and 6 zones. There's 6 zones. The 3 zones back here really don't capture much, but we do have it set on 180, so it will only get the 1 zone that it does get and the 2 zones around it. So it's 180. That's kind of what we have it set on right now, because we don't need to get the back there. We don't need to get that out there. You can also exit out the zones, like say if you don't want zone 2, zone 3, and zone 6, you can X those out and only get the other zones. So pretty cool cameras there that we can kind of keep up with everything. Does video, photos. That's about it. There's another thing that you can do, but I can't really remember right now. So that's that. We have, of course, 2 hunting plots, and actually do have another one I'll kind of show, but there's nothing much on there, and the camera that I have on it isn't really the best, but it will do to kind of see if we have deer. I saw 1 deer at that 3rd spot, but not much. So let's kind of get back to more bee-related things. As you can see, we do have this right here. That is a bee trap, a swarm trap. Nothing in it. I had no luck this year. I've mentioned to folks about these that I've set out here down at the creek. This is actually the creek that a lot of folks who's been here for about a year or 2 kind of remember I had a bee yard set out here. I put these swarm traps out. This one, I made this little thing right here. So I'll kind of show you guys this. This is actually pretty cool. It actually works pretty good. It's just one little piece of board, another board, and then a board right here. So it's nothing really fancy, but it does the job that it needs to do. As you can see, it is kind of tilting, but I don't really think the bees will care. But that's why we have this little support right here to support that. And we also do have this little metal piece back here that also supports it, so it don't come tumbling down. It's been up there for about 3 months. 3 months, and it hasn't caught anything, so that's unfortunate. But maybe next year I need to research better and maybe do some different techniques. I put everything I thought I'd need to put in there, like drawn comb, a swarm lure, in the box. It's an old box. It's not like anything new. It's an old box. A lot of drawn comb, a little bit of foundation in there, and that's about it. And the swarm lure. That's the other one up there. It's kind of high. I actually had to put it up there with a ladder because I wanted it to be a little higher, and there's nothing in there. I'm already looking in there. There's nothing in there. Same concept for the stand. It's just those two little pieces of board on top with the little slant just to kind of give it some support. It works good. Unfortunately, I haven't caught anything. I do want to go through the history of the past 2 years, at least, of this spot. About a year ago, maybe even more, the spring of 2023, had some bee yard. I had a bee yard out here. There were so much good colonies, but they died and they didn't make it. A lot of absconsions, swarms, you name it. It was a disaster. So I had to get rid of this bee yard and just kind of go back to my regular bee yard as it is now. As you guys can see, this looks kind of old. You guys may think it's really, really old and maybe back to 20 years ago or something. It's actually, I brought it out here about a year ago for my bee yard, but it's all rotten and stuff, so I'm not going to be using it again, even if I restore this bee yard. So I used the pallets there. It was kind of too low to the ground, and ants, beetles, you name it. This sole is most likely softer than others, which that can play a part with beetles. I made a video recently talking about the sun, and this is actually the spot I was talking about in that video. If you remember, I was talking about busting beekeeping myths. And in that video, I said, and I still stand by it, that sun really doesn't make much of an effect on beetles. And I put my hives here not for that reason, not for the reason that I thought that the sun would help the beetles or anything. That was not the reason. I brought it here because I needed space. I needed another bee yard because my regular bee yard was already getting crowded up. But of course, that bee yard kind of started to get not as crowded, so I could take all the bees here and take it back to the regular. That's the only reason why I put these bees down here. And while I was trying it out, this new bee yard, there's more sun here, and that sun really didn't help. So that's really a myth, in my opinion, that the sun will help. It will affect. It's not the full-time solution. But I will say there's some different scientific things that you could think about. I think really the one thing really sun-related could really help is the soul. Now, folks commented on my video talking about that, and that was actually something that I thought really could affect the beetles, is really how hard your soil is. And sun maybe will make your soil harder, but if you're down here in Alabama, there's a lot of rain, so you can't really get too soft soil for the beetles, because the beetles like softer soil. But it really depends on climate, where you live. If you live in like especially more western climates, some different climates that your soil is really much harder, you'll most likely have less beetles in your bee yard. You'll still have beetles, not say that that's going to help, and that, but it still can cause an effect that maybe you won't have as many beetles, but beetles prefer softer soil. So I can really see where that could have an impact, but I don't think the sun, the temperatures will kill the beetles, because bees can survive hotter temperatures than beetles can. So a lot of folks might think that the sun would kill all the beetles, would fry them alive if it was really hot, but not really. That probably won't help. You probably couldn't get temperatures hot enough with the sun to kill the beetles. Hey, I see a deer. I see a deer. Go over there. Well, folks, we couldn't get it on picture, but we're just talking about deer, and over there, I just saw a deer over there. It looked like a doe. Oh well. I was hoping that we could get that on video. That would have been really cool because we've been most of this video we've really been talking about our plots and everything that we're doing to hunt. And that's actually where we're going down there to look at our third spot, and that actually leads to our bee yard. So we'll be able to kind of go over there and kind of show you guys a little bit of the bee yard, kind of the full bee yard, a little bit kind of what's going on over there. So it's beautiful over here. This is another little path where we can walk on to come over here to this spot. Now this spot over here, when we get to it, there's not really been much deer, and the corn's been sitting out there for a while, so there's most likely nothing much really to show you guys, but I'll still show you guys because I'm sure a lot of people want to see kind of what everything looks like, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. All right, so this is the third plot that we have set out. I set it out not too long ago. This is a camera. This is a spy point. This was actually my original camera. It's honestly not the best, but it does work for this spot. What I had to do was I had to get an open field. As you can see here, look at this, all this open space. I had to have an open space where I could get good signal, LTE signal. I couldn't get good signal under trees. Like if I put it right there, it would not work because of all the trees and stuff like that blocking the signal. And I set it out on multiple spots. I could not get no signal because I was putting it around the tree. So what I did was I tied it to a bar, which I tied the bar to a little piece of a stick right there, and then I kind of tied the camera to those two to kind of get it tight enough to stick. And then there you go. I was able to get good signal down here around 2 to 3 bars. So that's good enough to get photos. It actually sent some a while back, but I haven't saw anything since. So, but this is the feeder. This is our corn that's in there. It's actually really high. It actually went down a good bit, so that's good. Maybe there's some deer down here that just didn't send any photos. Sometimes I have problems getting photos to send to my phone. That's why I got the other camera to do, because it did it so much better. Anytime there was a detection, it would send it immediately. So that's a big plus. Okay, let's do our outro.
Going to go that way and see the BO and stuff.
Oh, yes, we can go. Or should we go that way and get everything, and then we can go over there when we're at the end? I think we should do that. I can.
Hold on here. Can I do some video?
Sure. Alright, the last thing for me to show you guys is, of course, the bee yard. It's not really the most clean right now. I gotta go back out there and pick up some buckets or, that type of thing. But I do want to show you guys a little bit of the bees. As you guys can see, we have 6 colonies out here. One's much smaller, but then the other 5 are a little bit bigger. That one right there, the nuke, is one of the colonies over there, as you can see. It's another one of the colonies, the white one with the white lid. Then we have the blue one. We have the blue one right there. Then we also have the other white one. Then we have that one right there. So this is a nice little bee yard. And this one right here, there's the Vivor beehive. A lot of you guys have seen the channel, and you guys know that Vivor sent me a beehive right there, as you can see. And it's doing pretty good. That colony right there is doing really well. A really nice colony. These bees are most likely flying because it's pretty warm. So as you can see, they're kind of active today. Then that over there, that's no colonies. Those are not live hives. Those are just equipment. Nukes. Nukes are right here. A lot of extra nukes for next year. And then extra boxes with drawn comb. So nice little bee yard out here. We have 6 colonies. It does really good for what we need it to do. We have 6 colonies. They're all really doing well and really strong. So really nice bee yard. As you can see, we have all of the trees. That's why we call it Wild Woods Honeybee Farms. The Wild Woods. You kind of guys may know why that's the name of the YouTube channel. Thank y'all for watching today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Before we go, I want to give a shout out to Danette Strena 1825 for giving me this video idea. She was the one who asked to they would like to see a tour of the property. It looks like a beautiful area, and we're able to do that today. So thank you for giving me that video idea. And that's today's shout out. And I do want to mention, if you have a video idea you would like me to do, please just feel free to put a comment and say the idea. Let me know that it's that what you're saying is a video idea. It's a video recommendation. And then what I'll do is I'll make the video, but then at the end I'll shout out the person who gave me the video idea, and I'll also put their channel link in the description below, so folks can. If you have a YouTube channel and you upload videos, I'll shout you out, and maybe folks will be able to go to your channel and check it out if you upload content and all that good stuff. So thank y'all for watching. This was a great video, and I really appreciate y'all joining. Go on and click the thumbs up button, and go on and subscribe to the channel if you're new with the notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next beekeeping video. Take care, everyone.